This is the reading for Harbinger of Justice. This is a little novella that I wrote, a short story that I was challenged to write actually by a couple of friends who didn't think I could write dark paranormal, nor did they think I could write something that was under 7,500 words. But I did. And it is just a great little story. It has action and a lot of paranormal craziness, and it's just, I think it's really good. It is a short story, but you really get to know the characters very well. I'm going to start with chapter 1 straight off. I know that Missy wants me to start someplace else, but I think that you need chapter 1 to really get into it. And if you like it, then you can grab it and read it. It's real cheap, 99 cents. Harbinger of Justice, Chapter 1. The smell registered first, even before the complete lack of light. The smell of old pennies permeated the air, coating her skin. She could taste the bitter, coppery metal on her tongue as the scent burned her nostrils. She choked. The cough resounded throughout her body. She could almost feel her bones grinding the joints into dust. Before the pain could end, a chill blasted her, coldness unlike anything she had ever felt before, colder than snow, colder than ice, colder than the deepest well in the Alaskan tundra. Something splashed wet against the back of her hand, causing her to look down instinctively. She saw nothing in the dark abyss surrounding her. She shivered, but it wasn't the cold that caused it. It was the lack of light. A black hole of nothingness. Nothing but the sickly sweet scent of rotting flesh. She felt something in the darkness reach for her, alerting her to the sharp sting of her flesh ripping open. She screamed, but no sound emitted from her open mouth. There were so many of them in the darkness, sharp nails raking against the tender flesh of her bare legs and arms. Clammy, cold fingers circled her wrists, pulling her back until she fell against a hard, rough surface, her arms pinned tightly against the sticky, wet, cold stone. The familiarity of it told her she was dreaming. The horrifying night terror that only a child's mind could create. Depraved monsters in the dark nothingness. Cold, clammy skin covered thin, stick-like fingers with needle-sharp nails reaching out for her, digging into her flesh like barbed fish hooks. She opened her mouth to scream again, but the metallic scent of blood gagged her. She heard the sing-song chant of a child's voice from far away. It was nearly a balm to her overwrought senses. She looked inward to the small voice, pulling it from the recesses of her mind, the chant, so simple, yet so powerful. I am light. I am too strong to fight. I call the elements, earth, fire, water, and wind. Take this evil cloaked within. Take the darkness from my sight. Allow my soul to burn so bright. Darkest shadows, I cast you away. Turn this night into the day. Soul-shattering pain sliced through her. She felt as if her skin was on fire. Her bones quaked and rattled inside her skin. Her muscles ached as if she had been strapped on a rack. The sickly sweet smell of death slowly receded from her nostrils. The coppery taste of blood faded from her tongue. Her arms stretched out to her side. Her feet crossed at her ankles as if she had been crucified. It took all of her effort to turn her head and open her eyes. She watched as the deep furrowing gashes on her arms closed and her skin knitted back together. Dark purple, nearly black, bruising among a few long scratches from the deeper gashes were all that remained from her experience. Air rushed into her lungs, searing her insides from the denial of it. The intake of air whooshed in her ears, the rushing vocalized breath of life. Tears trickled from the corners of her eyes, slowly rolling across her temples to mingle with her hair before dampening the pillow her head was lying on. She blinked several times. Even that effort was nearly too much, as she used only her eyes to take in where she was. She hurt everywhere. Her bedroom was the same. bright and sunny and warm yellows and gold to chase the darkness of her nightmares away. It had been 5 years since she had experienced such a horrifying episode. She was unprepared, body and mind, for the toll it would take her. She wanted to curl into a ball and cry, to hold herself in comfort, to chase away the evil that had found her once again. He's back. Her voice was raw and achy, but it did nothing to reveal the true evil that had found her in the darkness. He's made his first kill. That's the first chapter, and I do hope you grab the book. It just gets better from there. Thank you.